What is your posture when it comes to your belief in yourself, in the belief in what it is that you have to offer to people, the problems you can help solve, or rather the solutions to the problems, right? What is your posture? What is your belief when it comes to that? And if you're not 100% sure, how about this week we take the time to actually deepen that belief, increase that belief, so you can talk with that posture that is so very attractive to all of us, right? Hello and welcome. I'm excited you are here. In case we haven't met before, my name is Katrine from bloomwithkatrine.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. Now, whether you're joining me live or later on the replay, please don't be shy. Drop down below your name and where you're tuning in from, because I'm looking forward to being able to circle back around and say hi to you, because I want to help you take your networking business into the online space, into the digital space, and create sustainable success for yourself, and one where you can actually enjoy the journey, right? I like to call it a soulful success as well, because at the end of the day, if you feel you have to sell your soul to create success, what's the success worth to you, right? Not much. So here's the thing, and I actually have a little story to share with you as well around this. And this is actually part of a 3-series video. So this is series number 1, part number 1 rather, where we're going to dive deeper into how you can increase believing in yourself. Number 2 is how you can increase believing in your products more and talk with posture and conviction about those. And number 3 is going to be same thing, your belief, talking with posture and conviction when it comes to your company, your comp plan, the system that you're building with. Okay, so I'm looking forward to diving into believing in yourself more today, because that's what it comes down to most. And here's my little story. Okay, so a few years ago, I had a huge medical challenge. I was in so much pain in my left shoulder that I was actually hospitalized. I had to have loads of medication. And all I remember from those 3 days before I actually met with the surgeon was the question, okay, where is your pain level from 1 to 10? If you've ever been in that kind of pain, you know what I'm talking about. And I gave them a 20 every single time they asked me. So they obviously increased the dose again and again and again. And then one day stepped in this surgeon, right? And he was confident. He had the posture of a surgeon, right? And in he came and he said, hey, Katrine, I get it that you're in very much pain. Yes, there is a surgery we can do. And I have done it a few times, and actually very often, he said something like that. I can't remember, and I can't quote him word for word anymore, but you get what I mean, right? So he was very confident in what he was saying. And here's the catch, and where this is really important. He actually didn't want me to have the surgery, but he didn't tell me that. He let me come to that conclusion that there actually was another alternative for me, because this was actually something huge for me. Not only was it painful, but I was just building up my practice as a body and dance therapist, right? And not being able to move my arm just like this, right? It was I couldn't even do this movement. So I was really on the brinks of having to quit my career that I had chosen, right? So this meant something for me. And just imagine yourself, I mean, maybe you've been in a situation like this or not, and there is a surgeon coming in, and they go like, well, you know, I have this surgery. I have done it before. I kind of feel it might help you. But then again, you know, you never know. There's no guarantees in life, right? That's a kind of posture that's going to leave us feeling insecure. Like, are you even sure you can do this procedure? Do I really trust you enough to cut my body open? I'm not sure, right? Whereas my surgeon coming in, hey, I am this experienced surgeon and I'm here to help you. And he could have told me, and I would have signed the papers. He could have told me, hey, Katrine, this surgery is going to save you. It's going to save your body and dance therapy practice. Let's go ahead and do it. I would have signed the papers then and there, because I so needed a solution to my problem, right? And if he'd sold me on the surgery being the only option for me, I would have had that surgery. But here's what he actually told me. He told me, I have this surgery, I have done it. And he said it very confidently. I've done this many times, and I have seen success in about 60% of cases. But for 40%, we didn't really see an improvement. Now, and I don't want you to go down that route. So how about, and this is what he told me, how about you with your training as a body and dance therapist, with whatever it is that you're doing there, why don't you go ahead and apply what you already have and what you know of to your own benefit, right? And that's what I actually chose to do. But my point being, and I hope it's coming across, is had he told me the surgery is the only option for you, I would have had the surgery, no questions asked, because of his posture. Okay? So let's apply this posture, this kind of posture, when we speak to a prospect, when we post, when we do a live video, right? And let me know down below. I'm really curious what you think of when you hear the word posture. Because also being a body and dance therapist, obviously, the first thing that comes to my mind is posture when it comes to your physical bearing, right? When you're doing a live video, are you like slouching in your chair? Like, yeah, I'm kind of sad, or I'm kind of tired today, but I'm still here. Nah. You can feel that energy, can't you? Drop me your favorite emoji down below if you can feel the energy coming through when I'm like laying back here and going, yeah, well, you know, I kind of am going to talk about something today. Or when I sit on the edge of my chair, really upright, right? And really present. I hope you can feel the difference. Let me know down below, okay? So this is huge. So posture is physical, but it's way more than that. And I'd like to dive into that more this week, because I think this is really huge. Because posture, maybe you've heard about this, that the truly successful people do not have any challenges, but they overcome their challenges. They detach themselves from the outcome of their actions, right? Meaning, if they're speaking to a prospect and the prospect, for whatever reason, says no, they aren't emotionally attached to that. Meaning, they don't need the other person to join them. They don't need the other person to share their belief for their own belief to be strong in themselves and what it is that they have to offer. But their belief is unshakable, okay? And that's what we want to acquire as well. So never ever we're going to convince, try to persuade, or try to prove something to anybody, but we're actually giving out a gift. We're offering a gift, the solution to a real problem to people, right? But we can do that with this kind of posture. I think I have something that might be able to help you. I'm not sure. Or going, hey, I'm really excited about what I have to offer you, and I really feel this make a difference for you, right? So this kind of posture, however, is something that we need to build if you're not born with it, and hardly any of us are, right? So let's work today and look a bit into increasing the belief in ourselves first today, because that's really maybe the most important thing, because that's what's gonna hold you back from doing whatever it might be when it comes to showing people with posture, with dignity, the things that you have to offer, right? If you don't have the belief in yourself, you're going to be it's going to be very hard for you to come across as that person who knows what they're talking about and who has confidence in being able to lead people, okay? So here's a few ideas that I've collected over the last couple of weeks for you, what you can do, what you might choose to do to build the belief in yourself first thing, okay? And we're going to go into the others on the next videos. So number one is, I would love to invite you to take out a sheet of paper, piece of paper and a pen, and write down past challenges in your life, okay? All the challenges you can think of that come to mind, you can drop them down below if you feel comfortable with that, or just take it out and write it out on a paper for yourself. So you actually have a place to go back to that reminds you not to have another, pity party for yourself because you've had such a hard life, right? That's not what I want you to do, but rather draw strength from the fact that you overcame those challenges, okay? Whether those challenges were financial, were, I don't know, medical like mine, maybe it was an emotional challenge, whatever that might have been, but you were still able to put food on the table. You're still here, right? That in itself, especially if it's a medical challenge, can be a huge source of self-belief, right? So let's focus on that. Let's remind ourselves of that. And I personally, I love vision boards, but I also have I overcame these challenges board. And I actually add to that whenever I feel, hey, I've overcome another obstacle in my life. I actually add to that, and I have it here in my office. Actually, I'm not going to show it to you because it's kind of like personal to me, but maybe you want to create one like that for yourself, right? Or just write it down on a sheet of paper and really save that and have it present for yourself. So whenever you need to draw more power into your self-belief, you can go back to that list. I hope this makes sense. Let me know, right? You are still here. You're a survivor of whatever it might have been, right? Or you wouldn't be here anymore. So draw strength and confidence from knowing that you've overcome things, right? Maybe you wanted to go to a certain kind of school and it was a challenge for you. Maybe you started a school and at some point you weren't sure whether you were going to be able to succeed. Pardon me, right? So draw strength from these moments when life maybe also threw you curveballs and you were able to use those stepping stones to actually build it into your path towards your success, right? So hope this makes sense. Enjoy doing that. Idea number 2 is remember that confidence doesn't just come like that, but it comes from practice. Now, I have a few friends who are basketball players, and here's what they like to tell me is if you want to become a confident and successful basketball player, you want to practice every single day. Me in my body and dance therapy, I have many people who have shoulder pain, who have like limitations in their range of motion, right? And there's always 2 types of people, right? And I can tell within a few seconds who they are. And there's the kinds of people going to tell me, I can't do that movement. No, it's impossible. And they're going to tell me that today, next week, next month, next year. Okay. And there's another kind of person who says, I really can't do that movement right now. Let's work on this, okay? And they are willing to put in the effort to go right into the limitation, right where it actually becomes painful, right? And that's what I did as well, by the way, right? Working on along that limit of range of motion is what actually gives you more and more range of motion over time. And this is a huge win for me that I'm able to do this movement with both of my arms, okay? So use it, use your joints, use your activities or lose them. Use your capabilities or lose them. It is very true, as much as it is in the range of motion in your body, as with the range of activities in your business, right? So we want to take those actions. That is what's going to build confidence. And number 3 is accept that failure is a part of this journey. It's part of the process. It's normal, right? None of us are gonna, do our first live video and be an expert at it. None of us are gonna post one post without doing anything else on social media and have like a viral post. That's not gonna happen, right? But it is part of the process, so let's not beat ourselves up for not getting successful within the first instance, but accept that failure is part of the process, and you can now use these stepping stones again, right, to build them into your path towards your success. Number 4 is celebrate your wins every single day. Okay, so at the end of the day, I like to sit down and actually write down a done list, things that I've achieved on that day. Yes, I will also write a to-do list. Of course, I've got my to-do list, but I also have my done list. And that's growing just as much as the to-do list, by the way. And that's a really good feeling. And on that done list, don't only go business related achievements, right? It might be that I had a great time with my son. It might be that I took time to do my dance practice, right? So I'll be able to go ahead and move also in the next couple of years, right? So that can be a little win, whatever that might look like for you. So create a done list, celebrate your little wins. That's going to build your self-confidence very much. I can tell from experience. And also when you have people who send you thank you notes, messages like, hey, you really helped me out with this, or this is so great, thank you so much for recommending this, that, or the other thing that you may have recommended to them. Save these awesome feedback as well. Yes, you can use them in your stories and in your posts and in your live videos. Yes, you can do that. But I would also save them in a place. Maybe you create a folder on your Google Drive or on your computer, right? Where you have that as a collection to go back to again on the days that, even if you have a strong sense of self-belief, usually, which I would definitely say that I have. But yet on some days, for whatever reason, we might be doubtful, right? We might be holding ourselves back. And to me, it's very, very helpful to be able to, okay, hang on, Katrine, I've got this place where people, where I've saved, like screenshot messages from people who thank me for what it is that I do. So I can go back there and draw strength from that before, for example, I go live, right? Really, really helpful tip as well. So I hope these are helpful for you. Drop me down below what was your biggest aha moment. And if you're looking to maybe go deeper into what is it, I'm going to phrase this, what is it that, or how would I like to show up, especially on social media? I got an amazing blueprint for you. That is what started my online journey, and I would love to introduce you to that. So drop the word blueprint down below if that's something you'd like to see. And thanks so much for watching. Enjoy applying these tips, and I can't wait to dive deeper into how we can build the belief in our products, in our services, and the things that we have to offer more on Wednesday. See you then. Take care. Be blessed, healthy, and happy. All the best from Katrine. Bye.